What a start to this game by the Bulldogs. Is getting the pick is Jadon Carter.
Yeah, that was a great read. Great.
VSU!
They try to take over your truck. They can't rock with us.
We know what happened against Winston-Salem. We know what happened against Fayetteville. A lot of the same stuff. Mistakes. No cohesion. Just failure to respond to adversity. We know all that had happened. For whatever reason, for the last couple of weeks, the team gets off to a good start or an okay start. Then some adversity comes in and everybody gets discombobulated. Nobody can seem to turn it back around and get things back on schedule. And so this week, it's real simple. Either it's going to be more of the same or guys are going to learn from the mistakes, from the top down. Just a little bit of history. 2 years ago, we played Virginia State for their homecoming. Beat them down, I think it was 41-14 for their homecoming. Last year, they returned the favor to us. Gave us a smackdown for our homecoming. That's what that picture is right there. That's them posing in front of the board. You see that score was like 44-16. Just beat down. We got them this year for their homecoming again. The question is, because we know how we've looked on the road this year. I don't know what it is, but when we get on the road, we give up a whole lot of passing yards. We get a whole lot of penalties. The offense looks terrible. We turn the ball over. Like if you look at our road games, first one was Lenore Ryan. We had interceptions in that game. Long stretches of terrible offense in that game. Lots of passing yards given up in that game. Winston-Salem, turnovers in that game. Large passing yards given up. Lots of penalties. Fayetteville State, lots of passing yards, lots of penalties, long stretches of bad offense. For whatever reason, when the team gets on the road in particular, they can get off to a good start, maybe even a decent start. But when adversity hits, from the top down, the response to adversity is very poor. No one's able to stop the bleeding. No one's able to galvanize the troops. No one's able to regroup, make adjustments, and get back on track. It just goes straight down the toilet. Because there's no reason why Fayetteville State should have had 350 passing yards last week. No, like, they might have been close to 350 for like 3 games. And they got that's... But once again, we're going to see. Because I believe in the entire organization, the entire program, from the top down. I believe everybody in that locker room, in the facilities, have what it takes to get the job done. This is not a situation where I'm like, okay, we just don't have good enough guys to win. No, we got good enough guys to win. This is not a situation where I think, okay, these guys that are in leadership positions, they just don't know football. No, I think the guys in leadership positions know football. The question is, can everything get put together at one time? Run defense, passing offense, play calling, discipline with the penalties, special teams. Because if you've noticed, we can't get everything together at one time. One game, it'll be great running game and great running defense, but the passing defense will be bad. One game we'll have decent defense, the special teams is terrible. One game we'll have great defense, the offense is terrible. Last week we had great special teams last week, But the second half offense and defense, man, oh man. But it's very simple. It's like you're 1-4. The team is 1-4. It's what's going to happen. Are you going to lay down? Are they going to lay down and get spanked by Virginia State for their homecoming? Which I plan on coming to that game. So I plan on having a good time in Virginia State. Are we going to lay down and get beat down by Virginia State again? Then we still got Union at home. Are we going to get embarrassed at home by Union? After they put, I think it was 50 on us last year. We got Lincoln at home. Can our passing game stop Lincoln's offense? We got Bluefield for homecoming. I think we should be able to, do something with them, hopefully. We got Elizabeth City State, which we should beat, but it's on the road. You know how we've looked on the road. The rest of this year is just about, I want to see heart, fight, progression, proper planning, proper execution, properly, everybody from the top down. Does it look like we know what we're doing? Is there improvement? Is there any reason to be hopeful? Because right now, points per game, we're towards the bottom of the CIAA. Passing yards given up, we're towards the top. Turnovers, we're towards the top. Penalties towards the it's getting bad. There's no reason why you go like 3 for 13 on third down. You give up over 100 yards in penalties. It's sad because if you really think about it, the areas that we fixed this year, if we would have fixed them last year, we would have dominated last year. Last year, what was the issue? The play calling was an issue because we couldn't run the ball. This year, we can run the ball. We can possess the ball. But we can't stop the pass. We've shown that the special teams can be outstanding. As far as kicking and punting and field goals. We've shown that we can run the ball, that we can possess the ball. We've even shown that we can stop the ball. Last week against Fayetteville State, as bad as it was, look at the rushing yards they had. We shut down their run game. The issue is it's like when we plug a hole, another one opens up. So we plugged the hole of being able to run the ball and stop the run, but now we can't stop the pass. We plugged the hole of good special teams and possessing the ball. Now we're having all these issues with the passing game. And I just want to say this quick thing to just everybody in general. It does not matter how elaborate or how good or how genius you think your scheme or your plan. It doesn't matter how great you think it is. You know what matters? What can the players that I have execute? It doesn't matter how good you think it is, how simple, how elaborate, how next level. Figure out what your players can execute. Or figure out how to properly communicate what you want to communicate. Because it doesn't matter how good it is if you can't execute it on a Saturday. Figure out what can be executed at a high level on a Saturday.